We've only got two legitimate West Coast games on Thursday night. We've got the Rockies in San Francisco against the Giants, and we've got the D-backs in San Diego against the Padres. What do you say we break them both down right here? A daily double video powered by WagerTalk. I'm Ted Saransky, Teddy Covers, and let's start with the Padres and the Diamondbacks. We'll look at the Odds Logic live odds screen right now and see San Diego minus 120, minus 130. Short home favorite. Total in this game, 8.5 juice to the over or 9 juice to the under. And I'm seeing a 30-35 cents difference between the game, the line at 8.5 versus the line at 9. And 9 is the most important number when it comes to, it's the keyest number of all the for MLB totals. So it is worth something if you want to play the total in this game, and we do, to capture the 9 in your favor. So let's talk about the Padres, a team that has really underachieved pretty strongly this season. And a lot of it's been the lineup. The pitching hasn't been great. A lot of things haven't been great in San Diego. But it's a lineup that's been a little bit dicey. And Jackson Merrill talked about it on Monday. He said, quote, just have faith in us. You never know when it can go the other way. We could heat up really soon. And that's exactly what they did yesterday. 10-run outbursts. First time they scored 10 runs at home all season. Only the third time all year they scored 10 or more. 13 hits. They scored in 5 straight innings. And when you look at this lineup, and I understand, a lot of guys underachieving, a lot of guys maybe not as good as you thought they were going to be for the Padres. But it's not like San Diego's a team that there's no possible way they can hit. They're not going to score, et cetera, et cetera. And we look at Merrill Kelly, who's going today for Arizona. He's anything but an ace. His ERA is approaching 6 for a good reason. I pitched okay last Saturday, but again, he's laboring through 5 innings of work, giving up 8 hits and a couple of walks, and lots of traffic on the base pass against Merrill Kelly. I don't trust him to shut down the Padres tonight, and I don't trust Arizona's bullpen to shut down the San Diego after Merrill Kelly leaves the ballgame. That being said, it's not here like Arizona can't score runs. And it's not like Griffin Canning's been any good this season either. Canning's been as better, I don't like to say as bet against gets, but he really hasn't been very good. He's been hittable. The control hasn't been there. It's not been pretty for Griffin Canning so far this season. And Arizona, again, much like San Diego, this is not the most potent lineup in baseball, but they're more than capable of scoring their fair share on any given ball game. Now, obviously, we're talking about Petco Field. We're not talking about a field that has great hitters' conditions. That being said, 14 runs on this field last night. Would not be surprised at all if we see double digits again tonight. I'm going to look at Arizona and San Diego up and over the total. 2 starting pitchers that we don't like. 2 lineups that have some potential. Before I talk about the Rockies and the Giants, and for what it's worth, of these 2 plays, the Rockies-Giants is the one that came closer for me to being a service play today. I almost released it as a 2%er, but I tapped the brakes a little bit. I'll tell you why when I talk about the game, but I do want to let you know about what's going on right now at WagerTalk.com. My 26th annual NFL Win Report is coming. All right, we're working on NFL every day now through the dog days of July. It'll be here at the end of the month. Long term, 105 and 56. That's over a 25-year sample size. 17-5 with the 5% big ticket report. So 65% long term, 77% with the big tickets. That report will come out later this month. You can get it right now and be sure to get it the day that it comes out because these lines can and will move. Check it out on my homepage, w.buzz/TC. But honestly, don't get the report. The report's $199. That'll get you and the beauty of the report is that it gives you all the details about why we're betting overs and unders. And there's lots of stuff you can use for that throughout the regular season to make bets with. But don't buy the report. If you want to get on board, full season NFL, $5.99. That's from the first day of the preseason to the Super Bowl. There's nothing more to buy. There's no bait and switch nonsense, and you get the report for free. So let's partner up. Check it out, WT.buzz/TC. If you want something short term, How about buy 3 days, get 3 free? $69 for 6 days. That's what, $12 a day? Check it out. Again, wg.buzz/TC. It's a rock solid deal right now at WagerTalk.com. So we talk about the Giants and the Rockies. And for me, mentally, there's a gap between these two teams, right? You know, the Giants are here. I mean, they had a disappointing season. They're here. But the Rockies are the worst team in baseball. Yeah, maybe. Right now, look at the Odds Logic live odds screen. San Fran in that minus 125, minus 130 range, minus 135 at some of the books that cater to recreational bettors, in part because of the thought that the Rockies are this dismal team that you have to fade and San Fran's a notch or two better. Well, the Rockies were the worst team in baseball in recent seasons. This year, you make an argument that Kansas City's worse. You make an argument the Angels are worse. You make an argument the Mets are every bit as bad as Colorado. You can make an argument, and the standings make an argument, that the Giants are the moral equivalent of the Rockies this season. Of course, these two teams have already played 2 series. The Rockies beat them 2 out of 3 in May. They beat them 2 out of 3 last week. You know, the Rockies just battled the Dodgers in a tough 3-game set. 1-run losses and a win. You know, I don't take plus 1.5 very often, but this might be a spot. If you want Colorado, you would look at the plus 1.5. You know, the catcher, Braxton Fulford, quote, "We're a bunch of grinders. We're going to be scrappy. We're not going to give up. We're going to punch you in the mouth late in the game." And for a Colorado team that's been, again, the worst team in baseball for multiple seasons, they're not right now. And there's residual betting market value with the Rockies as we speak. This team just took a pair from Miami. They took 2 out of 3 from the Giants. They're 5-3 their last 8, even though they faced the Dodgers during that span. Ryan Felder can pitch too. You know, Colorado starter. Rockies are 3-1 his last 4 starts. He's allowed 2 earned runs or less each time. He's gone 6 full innings 3 times during that span. Meanwhile, San Fran, I mean, bringing up Carson Wiesenhunt, called up from AAA to make a spot start. He had 5 starts last year and the Giants lost all the games where they scored 11 runs or less. They did score 12 for him twice, so they won a pair for Wiesenhunt. He only had 1 out recorded after the 5th inning in those 5 starts, no length. 1 previous start this season, back on June 17th. There was a lot of traffic on the base pass in that game against Atlanta. He did get away with only 2 runs allowed in his 5 innings of work, but it wasn't pretty. He's no Mace. He's no Mace. He's no ace in the making. Carson Wiesenhunt, he's not. And look, this has been a disaster season for the Giants. They're 1 game ahead of Colorado in the standings right now, out of last place. They're 16 games under 500. They're 19-24 at home. There's no edge there. They lost the series with the D-backs. They lost the series to the Rockies. They lost the series to the Blue Jays. Outscored 19-3 the last 2 games. This team can't wait for the All-Star break. They're fade only right now. And, of course, the Giants came into this stretch saying, we got 10 consecutive games against sub-500 teams. We're going to go on a run. And instead, they got slapped around pretty good. No surprise, they get slapped around again tonight. Rockies as a plus-price underdog is the only way I could look in this one. Thank you so much for watching Wager Talk TV, guys. We appreciate the likes, the comments, the follows very much. Really, click. Thank you. Click that like button. Smash it. We appreciate it. And again, check out the website, wg.buzz/TC. I'm in early start action on Thursday with my only MLB release. By the time this video is up, it's probably going to be off, but you can check it out. wg.buzz/TC or just visit the website, WagerTalk.com. Have yourself a great Thursday. We'll do it again on Friday with another Daily Double video powered by WagerTalk. Cheers.